In this video, we're doing a full tutorial of the SellerAmp product research tool for Amazon FBA. I use SellerAmp every single day in my 7-figure Amazon business, and if you're interested in finding profitable products and making money with Amazon FBA, watch through this entire tutorial where I'm going to go over how to use it, what it costs, the different settings and features you want to look for, as well as the overall use case for SellerAmp in terms of growing my own 7-figure Amazon business and helping you hit your first 10K, 100K in profit on Amazon. So stick around and let's get right into the video. My goal with this video is to give you guys a really good insight into exactly how online arbitrage and SellerAmp works overall. We're here in my screen right now. I'm going to go ahead and log in and talk about some of the important settings you need to set up within your SellerAmp account. Before we get into that, if we look at pricing, you can see the two different plans that are offered. So we can see if you want to pay on an annual basis. The basic version is going to be $16.63 a month. That's what I'd recommend getting started with in terms of getting going. And then if you want to do getting serious, which is the upgraded version, which you'll get to pretty quickly if you're going after it pretty hard and everything, that's going to be about $24, $23 a month, as we can see here on the screen. If you want to pay for it monthly, it's going to be a little bit more, and you can try it completely free. So you really have no risk in terms of giving SellerAmp a try and everything like that, and we'd love to have you as a user for us and everything. But okay, let's talk about the settings that are important with the SellerAmp. So we're here on selleramp.com. I'm going to go ahead and log in right here, and then I'm going to go top right and hit settings. So now we're inside the SellerAmp backend, and there's a couple important criteria you want to add in, as well as numbers that are going to be specific to where you're located, right? So right here in buying criteria, you want to be adding in a minimum and a maximum BSR. I'd recommend setting a maximum BSR of 1%. I'm going to talk about what BSR is in a couple minutes, as well as a minimum profit per unit of $3. So that means the minimum you would want to make on an item for SellerAmp to say that's a good buy for you. It's going to be $3, as well as a minimum ROI of 30%. I'm going to dive deeper into the criteria I like for different products, but a 30% ROI is the minimum I think you should take. The next thing that's really important for you to do is add in a prep fee if you're utilizing a prep center. If you're not sure what a prep center is, I wouldn't worry about it for now. It's a little bit more of an advanced thing that advanced sellers tend to take advantage of. If for whatever reason you have a MISC fee, like maybe you pay an employee to do a per unit cost, you would go ahead and add that in right here. So for example, for me, my prep center costs about $1.25 per unit. So I would add that in as my prep cost, and then it would factor it into the profit calculator within SellerAmp on that. So if you want to do that, prep fee, MISC fee, you could do either on those, as well as MISC fee, the percent-based one, is important. This is important because if you're in the United States, when you ship to most states, you're going to be charged sales tax. And that sales tax is variable based on different states. So for example, California, Florida, and Texas have some of the highest sales tax rates. For example, as well, Montana and Delaware don't actually charge sales tax for their products. That's why I utilize a prep center that's located in New Hampshire, because I then am only charged 0% sales tax basically on that. So it's important to do some research on your sales tax for different product types and everything, and then you want to add that in your SellerAmp MISC fee backend. A lot of you guys who watch my videos that then maybe go out and look at the same products, you guys are seeing different results in that. That tends to be because your sales tax is different, or you haven't added in your sales tax within SellerAmp on that. So it's really important that you add in your MISC fee percent as your sales tax percentage, or if you're like me, utilizing a prep center, your prep costs, and then taking out your sales tax. That way you're not doing a ton of unnecessarily mental math when you're sourcing, and you give more time and energy to go towards finding profitable items right there. I wouldn't worry about peak storage fees right here, and then I wouldn't worry too much about changing up any of these settings here on the right as well. I don't do too much within the default values. Feel free to just copy mine right here. And then this is important. So here in the quick info, this is actually some features we recently added in. So previously, we didn't show the break even, as well as we didn't show the profit margin. We only showed the total profit and the return on investment, the ROI. However, now we added these in, as we can see here. So I'd recommend adding in all these selected as yes, and we'll see that on the profit calculator, what that looks in. So that's an awesome SellerAmp update that was added in right there. So I'd recommend having yes for all those, so you can see some more advanced statistics that'll help you making profitable product decisions when you're sourcing. All right, so we have the settings complete, and now we're actually on an Amazon.com product page here, and we're gonna break down how to go ahead and utilize SellerAmp when you're actually making these decisions. There is a SellerAmp mobile app that you guys see me use in some of my retail arbitrage videos. I'm not gonna go over that in this tutorial, but just know there is a SellerAmp mobile app for your phone. You can check it out. It's included with your online arbitrage or Chrome extension subscription as well, so feel free to check that out too. But we can see right here in the top right, I have the SellerAmp Chrome extension, which you can get in the Google Chrome store, which you would just do right after you get a free trial, and then you'd log in, and then you'd be able to see it on your Amazon product page right here. So you're gonna want to be using Google Chrome when you're doing Amazon product research right here. So immediately, the big thing with SellerAmp is that it helps you answer 3 questions basically. The 3 questions that help you decide if a product is good or not to sell on Amazon. So it's, does it sell? Because obviously you only want to be selling products that are in demand. That's the whole point of this stuff basically. Can you sell it, which is ultimately deciding if you're ungated as a seller or if you can easily get ungated. You know, you guys will know, I have other videos on that, but you need to know if you can sell it, or then you can do it on your own in terms of getting ungated for it. But it helps if you're automatically ungated. You can check that, as well as is it profitable, which is utilized via the profit calculator right here. So we can see on my screen right here, we have SellerAmp right here, SellerAmp SAS over here on the right. If you guys look down here on the bottom, you can go ahead and move it around like this if you want to as well. You can put it in the center there. I personally got into rhythm of just having it on the top right, so that's where I like to have it. But you can move it all around there. You can make it even little on the right. I like having it big in the top right here, and then you can also make it a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller right there if you please. I think this is a perfect size right here on that. So it's important to note, you guys will hear me mention buy box price and just other videos in general too. So the buy box is basically the buy it now option from the customer view on Amazon, right? So we can see right here that this seller right here, the one-time purchase, it's 25 bucks. This is the seller that's within the buy box right here. So if we scroll down, we can see his name is Pattern, their name is Pattern iServe, and then there's also 5 other sellers on this listing right here. A lot of you guys ask me about competition and if it's super important right here. Now, competition is only an issue if the price is really going down. Like if something had 60 sellers 90 days ago and it has 50 sellers or 70 sellers today, there's a good chance that price is going to be very stable on the Keepa chart, which we're going to look at. So typically, as long as the price is stable, competition isn't super important. However, the competition skyrocketing, which we're going to look at how, there's a very good chance the price is going to be headed down just based on supply and demand right there. But what's nice is that the buy box on Amazon, this is where you want to be as a seller. In terms of the best way to get the buy box is to be using a repricer, to be selling your items via FBA, and then to be priced competitively to the other sellers. And we're going to talk about how to do all that basically right here. So we can see immediately here within SellerAmp, we can see the profit and ROI on a product right here. So this is what SellerAmp's really telling us. It's helping us qualify items right here. It's really important to understand how BSR works. So right here, BSR, we can see this product is a 3K BSR. BSR and sales rank are the same thing basically. So best sellers rank, sales rank, same thing. Now what does sales rank mean? If you don't know, it's gonna be really hard to make good buy decisions. When I was getting started, I messed up that a lot, not understanding how sales rank worked basically. So sales rank is a number assigned to every product on Amazon that measures how well it sells compared to the other products within its specific category. So we can see this item right here is in the health and household category right there, right? And we can see it's a 3K BSR. So this means this sells very quickly, and it's about the 3,000th best selling product in the health and household category. Now, in my opinion, I like to pretty much stay below a 50,000 sales rank, and once you get below like a 10,000 sales rank on most items, you're getting to really quick selling stuff. So this is an awesome product right here. And before we get into kind of breaking down all the different data SellerAmp provides, we can see that a little free lead right here, there's actually available for $12.50 on this website, and it looks like they have free shipping as well. So the dietary supplement, 60 capsules right here, 60 capsules, basic B complex, basic B complex. Right there, obviously you'd want to make sure it's the same and everything, but if we add in that buy cost on SellerAmp, we can actually go ahead and see the profit this product is going to make right here. So if we go ahead and add $12.50 in right here, now we know that on SellerAmp we're going to make about a 31% ROI right here, and that's after shipping to Amazon. It's after my prep costs, any sales tax that you might have, because you added that in the settings like we just talked about right there. So a lot of you guys love to comment on my videos. Oh, you're saying the product makes this amount of money, but you're not counting and shipping to Amazon. I am, because I have it in the back of my SellerAmp calculator right there. So we can see, just going top to bottom right here, we can see on SellerAmp, so the title of the item, obviously, we can see it has about 2,000 plus reviews right there. If an item has 2,000 plus reviews, you know it's really selling well, and then immediately where my eyes go is the BSR of 3K right there. So I know that this is a quick selling product because it's a 3K BSR and it has about 4,000 sales a month. The estimated sales per month is an estimate. It's not going to be exact, but it's largely tied to the sales rank, and that's how we know. So there's only 5 sellers on this, so we can do the math of 5 sellers to 4,000 sales a month. So that's going to be about 800 sales per month per competitive price seller. We'll go ahead and check if all the sellers are priced competitively right there. But we can see if we can buy this for $12.50 and sell it for about 25 bucks on Amazon right here, which is the current buy box, we'd make about a 31% return on investment. We'd make about $4 profit per unit, and that profit margin would be 16%, and our break-even cost for this item would be about 20 bucks in terms of what we want to sell for. So say, for whatever reason, if the price went down on this and we ended up only selling it for 23, we'd make about an 18% ROI. But what if the value went up on this product and it ended up selling for $26.50, for example? We'd make about a 42% return on that product. So we can see this is a good profitable product. This is a, it's a supplement and everything. What's nice is if we hover over the box right here, we can go ahead and actually see the weight of this product as well as its dimensions. So this is only 2 ounces. So we can see this is, it's very small based on the size of it, and it doesn't weigh a ton. So we could fit a bunch of these in a box to Amazon. And like you guys saw in my settings, I like to estimate about 30 cents per pound in terms of inbound shipping to Amazon. My average ends up being lower than that, but I like to overestimate it a little bit on that. So in the quick info right here, the big thing you want to be looking for is obviously the alerts right here, which we can see. So Amazon hasn't shared the buy box in 90 days. That's good. Private label is unlikely. That's most likely due to the competition being above 3. If a product only has a couple sellers, and especially if one of the sellers is the brand, if you look at the names, there's a very good chance it's private label and you probably won't be able to sell that in the first place. There's no known IP complaint issues, as well as it's not meltable, and there's no variations right here. So this is some of the data I'm looking at right now. That's very important, but that's not the first place my eyes go to. My first place the eyes go to is definitely the profitability and the velocity. And we're going to go into how to use SellerAmp to actually find more profitable products as well, right? Say you were going and finding this item, then you found this product on Amazon, you want to go ahead and look for it. You could just click this Google right here, and it would actually go ahead and Google search for this product, and then we could see some of the different places it's available as well. A product research hack I've also been using is go ahead and actually double clicking right here and then searching the image for Google. I've been doing this on most products, and when you can Google it with SellerAmp as well as the Google image search, there's a very good chance you're going to find that at a profitable price right there. But we can see right there, and then like I said, you can make it longer if you want on that too. So the quick info is where you're going to get a lot of the important information in terms of velocity, profitability, your ROI, the IP complaints and stuff like that. Down here on rank and prices, I'm not looking at this data a lot, but some of my students actually really do like looking at this data, right? We can see the amount of FBA sellers, so the amount of sellers that have their inventory at Amazon, the amount of FBM sellers, so sellers who are shipping their product directly to the customers, as well as the net buy box price change, which is an interesting statistic, the estimated sales we saw up there as well as the estimated time to sale, which goes over how quick you'd expect to sell it based on different pricing you would add in right there. We can see I checked this 21 minutes ago, and it's cool. You can actually go ahead and refresh the data to get a little bit more accurate. The alerts, we already looked at that little part, but we can see pretty important. I'm not a huge fan of selling products that Amazon sells themselves, so I love seeing this not seen in 90 days right there. The private label unlikely is great too. That's typically based on the seller count. IP analysis, awesome. Standard size. I don't like selling big products, like I said. Looking over this, we can see this is a pretty light item, so that's going to be great. Standard size right there as well. Now this is important down here. You can actually go ahead and see the Keepa chart. So Keepa is another Chrome extension. I'm going to be making a good tutorial video for that as well. It's down here. I would recommend having both. However, you can get a lot of the more base level Keepa charts from actually just the SellerAmp right here. So watch my Keepa video if you want to see more of that, but we can go ahead and see the daily price action right here on Keepa, the different price changing, as well as the week, month, 3-month, year, and all time. So it's pretty awesome when you're doing Amazon product research. You can literally see how that product has performed throughout the entire history of it being on Amazon. That's amazing, right? That we can see all that. Like, we're very lucky. When I started reselling on other platforms, I did not have data like that. So you guys are lucky watching this one right here, this video, and using SellerAmp. Right here, the profit calculator. Now this is awesome right here. So this is a great piece of data right here. We can go ahead and see, we can change in the cost price and the sale price, which we saw from that profit calculator up there. But what you can also do is change your fulfillment type. So if it's gonna default assuming you're an FBA seller, but say you're an FBM seller right there, which is where you ship the product directly to the customer, which isn't as good as FBA, but does make sense in some cases, right? We can toggle that to FBM right there. And now we can see, but we do have to add in the FBM cost, which is gonna be the individual shipping to the customers. If we scroll back to the top here, we can see this product weighs about 3 ounces. So this is probably gonna ship directly to the customer for around $4, depending on where it's going in the country, as well as where you're located. So if we add in 400 right here, we can see if we can ship this for $4, which at 3 ounces, very confident we'll be able to, we'd actually make slightly more ROI. We make about a 41% ROI and $5 profit per unit, which is awesome. And then we can see the max cost right here, which is what the maximum we could pay to still hit our profitability targets right there. And we'd see the profit margin, break-even sale price, estimated Amazon payout right there is awesome. No variations on this. The variations feature is in beta as well. Now the Google Sheets feature, now this is awesome right here. I'm not gonna get too much into it for now, but what you can do is actually go ahead and set up Google Sheets to where your products will export directly there. So I have another video where I talk about this, but these different spreadsheets I have in here, you can go ahead and just click and it'll zap this product details over to a spreadsheet. So for example, say you and a friend are sharing some leads that you're sourcing together, or you have a virtual assistant, or you found a product that's almost good, but it's not quite good enough yet. You would add that to your spreadsheet. Like me, and see I have my buy sheet, I have seasonal examples from the other video, some Halloween products I was looking at, as well as my check-in future sheet, which is products that weren't quite good enough, but were close. And what you can do with that, either on the Google Sheet or just manually right here, is you can actually add a note for a different product, right? So I could go ahead here and put like, so I'm filming this on February 14th, 2/14, almost good, wait till, like, for example, Easter sales or something like that right there. So you could go ahead and just add that, and then that would just tag it and remind me when I come back to this product in the future right here. I don't use this discounts feature too much, but you could use that if you want to just, like, say you found a coupon. I kind of just do that, the mental math in terms of taking it off the buy cost on the calculator. Now this offers tab down here is really important. So this is actually gauging the competition on the product right here. So we can see there's 5 sellers currently on it. Now 2 of them are FBM and 3 of them are FBA, which we saw up top, but we can see the stock count. So this one seller has 1,000 plus right here. However though, I wouldn't necessarily see that as scary on this product, because if we look back up at the Keepa chart, which shows the price history over time, if we go to the 3-month, we can see the price on this is really stable. We can see 3 months ago the buy box was 25, now the buy box is still 25. Now I haven't tried to ungate this or anything, but it looks like, you know, depending on the review counts, these sellers, like this guy's 27 reviews, 450 right there, 470. This guy's a ton right there, 9, right? So reviews typically aren't super important. You'll get reviews selling on Amazon about once per every 300 to 500 orders, so it's really hard to get reviews. Do what you're supposed to do, sell products people want, you'll end up getting reviews, but it's not super important in terms of getting the buy box right here. Now we can see my lookup details. This isn't super important either. We can see, looked at it a few times today, finding a good product to show for the video. Right there, so essentially you could go ahead and add product right there. I don't typically use this feature, but I think I should, looking at it on here right there, so definitely important as well. Last thing in terms of like purely just the product qualification section of Amazon right here, if you come up to the top on SellerAmp, you can actually click open in SaaS web app right here. And now we can go ahead and take a look at the web app SellerAmp has as well. So that's basically all the awesome data we just looked at in one place right here. So say you're doing maybe a wholesale FBA order and you're looking to buy 100 units or 200 units of a product or 500 units of a product like I do. It would help to have all the data in one place, and the web app's a great place to do that right here. So once again, you would just go ahead and click open in SaaS web app right there, and you could go ahead and see all that data in one place right here in terms of like your sheets exports, all this kind of stuff in the web app right here. So some people like using that. I typically don't use it. I've gotten in a nice rhythm just using the SellerAmp Chrome extension right here on the page, and once again, you can move that around if you want to. Figure out where you having it liking the best on that. I just like being able to make it big right here. You can even drag out the web app too on that, which is pretty cool right there. Now, finishing up, last couple minutes. So this is my favorite part of SellerAmp. So this is how you can use SellerAmp to find more profitable products. Now, some of you guys have seen my videos, know about this, and this is the product research strategy called reverse sourcing. Now, reverse sourcing is where you take a product that you know is profitable, right, which is this item we see right here, and then you go ahead and look for other profitable products based on what the competitive sellers on this listing are selling right here. So if we scroll back down to that offers tab we just talked about, right here, we can go ahead and see, okay, and I typically will just open up all the sellers right here, so I can just click all these right here, right there, and right here. And now we can go ahead and actually really easily see inside these sellers' catalogs right here. So we can see, okay, this seller has 27 reviews. He has 480 different ASINs, which basically just means different products in his store. And we can see the top brands he's carrying right here, as well as the top categories that he's carrying. So all the different products that he's selling, what categories they're in, as well as what brands they are. So as you're seeing this, you're now seeing all these different brands and you're getting inspiration about different products to carry as well, in terms of different products that might be good for you to flip, might be good for you to look for as well. And this is my favorite part right here. We can go ahead and really easily qualify a decent amount about these products just scrolling down right here. So me personally, I typically don't like to sell products that are under a sale price of 20 bucks. So as I'm scrolling down here, I can disqualify these products based on this guy's storefront price is 19 bucks. That's below that 20 bucks that I like to do. Below 6 bucks, that's the product we found profitably right there. And then we can see the BSR, max cost, offers, buy box, just like we talked about on the other features, as well as the Keepa chart here. So it's pretty cool being able to qualify the Keepa charts as well. So say I looked at this product and the chart was headed way down, the price was headed way down, I would probably avoid it, because you know that if it's starting to go down, there's a good chance it's going to continue to go down. But products that are super stable, right, we can see like that one we had just looked at, this is the type of product I'm trying to carry right here. So the way I like to do reverse sourcing is, say we pull up like this product, for example, or this seller storefront, for example. What I like to do is go ahead and find sellers that are selling a lot of the different brands that I like to carry, which for me personally are like Nike, Adidas, Converse, occasionally Under Armour right there. So we can go ahead and filter into the brands that we like to carry within SellerAmp, right? So we can go like, for example, I have no idea, Thorn Research, Andis right here, which is looking like hair clipper right here. And so we could see, okay, so this is a 90K BSR, so that's below what I like to carry. Let's find a bunch of ones that are good, right? So this guy's probably doing wholesale right here just because he has 10,000 ASINs, so it's probably not going to be the type of guy you want to storefront stock right here. But let's try like, okay, Vital Nutrients right here. We can see now I've brand filtered in. I'm not sure if Vital Nutrients is good, but there's a good chance if this seller's selling it. He has a bunch of reviews and not a ton of products. He has 500 reviews and only 70 different products. That's a pretty good sign. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's making money right here. So now what I would do is go ahead and open up, as I'm scrolling through here, all the products that I think might be good. So like, what I'm mainly looking at is velocity and making sure the price isn't taking a major nosedive on the Keepa chart right there. So we can see, okay, 7K BSR looks great right there. 18K BSR looks great as well right here. 19, let's pull up like one or two more from a different brand. Dr. Wilson's right here, 62K rank, and now that's fine. Yeah, like if you're getting a little bit above that criteria, like who knows, maybe this ROI is very high. Like we can see, this is a small product that's selling for 60 bucks. Like there's a very good chance this might be good, right? And the price was stable, so that you know if the price is stable on a product, that people are making money on it. basically. So immediately looking at this item, I can look on the SellerAmp and see, okay, 62K BSR, and it sells about 140 times a month. We can see there's only 2 sellers on this. However, it is being sold by the brand right here, which typically I don't love to do. Right here, I'm surprised it doesn't have the private label on this. Now, I would be shocked if you could go ahead and sell this. Like, this person might have like a specific deal with them on here, but like this product, for example, there's 10 other sellers on this. So this is like the type of thing that's probably right up our alley in terms of products. And if we look on the Keepa, we can see there's never been like a massive drop in competitions. There probably aren't IP issues, and we can see SellerAmp's telling us as well, no IP issues right there. So the way I would go ahead and look for this, now I encourage you, if you're watching this late in this video, go ahead and get a free trial of SellerAmp and do some of this on your own. Look up random Nike product, or start the product we looked at in this video. Look up an Adidas product and take some time reverse sourcing right here, because it's really easy in that there's no secrets with stuff. You can see inside a seller's catalog, so you can go ahead and take a look at what they're selling, how quick it's selling, and then it's just on you to locate, okay, where are they getting that product from, right? There's a good chance most of the sellers that are selling that product we look for are doing online arbitrage, because my virtual assistant found it for me profitable via online arbitrage from that website we had looked at, right? So the way I would go ahead and look for this is just going here. I can see it's selling for 50 bucks using the rule of 1 to 2, which is the term I kind of just created right there. We want to find this for $25 or less right here. So I just go ahead and click search for product title on Google, which is going to go ahead and search on Google for this product right here. And now we can see if we head over to Google Shopping, right here we can see it's looking like this is, yeah, 120 capsules right here. So this is 60 right there, 120. However, it's up at 55, so we need a really good coupon to make that good right here. And who knows, right? You guys never know, you know, this person might be getting it from somewhere else, and they might have bought it on a Black Friday sale, or for example, but like this is legitimately the game in terms of going out and finding profitable products. It's locating products you know are selling quick, which you find from other people's storefronts, and then going out and looking across the web for these items at profitable products base. And you can get through, you know, dozens and dozens of products pretty quickly once you get good at this, which is not going to be immediately if you're brand new. It's going to take a long time to get good at this stuff, basically, right here. But we can see this next one, 18K BSR. I'd want to pay in like the 13 range for that. If we can pay 13, we make 39% on that. Look that up right there. Head over to Google Shopping, and we can see what this product moves for. So, okay, pureformulas.com, it looks like they have this right here. However, it's for 28 bucks, and if we pay 28 bucks, we're gonna go ahead and lose about 40% on this right here. So I encourage you guys, take some time doing this on your own. And also want to mention, it's just gonna be hard to find stuff when you're new. Like, you're not good at this. College is 4 years long. It's gonna take you a while to get good at selling on Amazon as well. But if you're this late in the video, you're in the right place. Go watch some of my other videos. Literally this week, I posted a video reviewing some winning products that I've sold. So I think that stuff's gonna be helpful for you as well. But definitely check out SellerAmp and get a free trial if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys watching this tutorial, and go ahead and make some money on Amazon. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. Have a great day.